So we'll see if blue team is going to either try to take it away first pick because Solomindra just played it, or if they're going to ban it against him.
Yeah, Omicron did very well on that Twisted Fate. All of his points, all of his ultimates were pretty on point, and did a lot of work for the team. And I'm wondering if it's just going to get banned away instead of trying to fight over it.
Yeah, I'd definitely say that is one of the hot picks for this specific game. As far as AD carries go, I mean, Stooster's played a different AD carry each time we've seen him, so we have no idea what his favorite is right now. But they're
I
going to go ahead
mean,
and ban Ezreal, which is the first champion we saw him play on stream.
yeah, and he just ran away with that Ezreal. There was nothing he even tried to do. And
In return, they're going to ban the two champions that JC does really well with, which is Udyr and Warwick, which both of them he's done really well at carrying games with and getting his team into the game or out of a bad situation with.
yeah, I mean, the Udyr we just saw last game, he did so much work getting a lot of stuns off and just stuff like that. And then the Warwick we saw the game before just completely shut down just the enemy team and stalled it out enough that they could win. And meanwhile, JC just bans 380 carries, Ezreal, Lucian, Draven. I'm guessing those are Stooster's top picks.
I suppose we saw Ezreal and Lucian already. We haven't seen him play Draven. He might have scouted him and seen that that's his third top played or something, but he's like, yeah, these look good. I'll ban those.
And with first pick, is he going to pick another 80 carry and force Stooster onto something really odd, or is he just going to pick Morgana? Jungle Morgana, seen it before, hopefully see it again with all those pretty particles.
They're gonna steal away the Janna. It looks like they're trying to put Tasmanian. Oh, looks like they're not gonna take the Janna just yet. They do luck in the Twisted Fate for Rock Forever. And they're hovering over Vi. It makes me think Falcadile's their jungler.
Yeah, Falcadile keeps picking up the Vi and going sort of full damage, and usually just sort of gets blown up in the middle of a fight.
And Fizz is available this time. Omicron immediately hovers over it. I wonder if that means they're going to change their positions for this game.
Yeah, Omicron, we did see Solomindra on that Twisted Fate last game, but with the first pick Twisted Fate going over to Purple Team, that's a perfect setup for Omicron to play this Fizz.
Because I mean, Fizz is an extremely hard Twisted Fate counter. You can just completely get out of a gold card.
And yet still turn around and do tons of damage to him. So, if they're going to give Omicron his best possible matchup, why not pick it? However, he switches over to the Corki, so I'm guessing he's going bot lane again.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to keep their original roles. He's going to go 80 carry, or he's going to...
He's trolling us. Yeah, Omicron the troll. However, Tasmanian locks in the Wukong. I'm guessing for JC. It's one of his other more played champions.
It's definitely his backup, and even if it is his backup jungler, he still performs very well on Wukong. He does get to play it as well as like Evelyn. We haven't seen him play Evelyn in such a long time, but it's something he just keeps in his back pocket for when he needs it.
Yeah, Evelyn sort of has fallen a lot out of favor with her most recent changes, which I can't remember off the top of my head. They were actually very long time ago. And we see Rock Forever lock in that Janna. Stooster hovering Quinn. Lots of Quinn hype going around,
yeah,
but I'm not...
Is like, he just dropped a bowl of cereal, I heard it. I mean, if that gets locked in, I'm kind of excited and I will yell Valor like 20 times. But instead, I'm disappointed.
No, we get an actual viable AD carry, and now it's up to Blue Team to try and figure out an AD carry to go against Corki. Hovering the Caitlyn, they lock in the Caitlyn, which they actually just beat with a Corki.
Yeah, they saw exactly what happened to Corki versus Caitlyn last time, so they're going to try to turn it around.
Yeah, they're going to try and make the Caitlyn effective this time, and with the Morgana support, it has a lot of merit. Those bindings hit really hard.
And it looks like they're going to kind of mix in the team they just beat. They're going to take that Maokai. And all that's left is the top laner for Purple Team. It's interesting to see the top laner get picked last.
and a Pantheon lock-in. Not. It's going to be interesting to say the least going against Maokai.
Yeah, I mean, against Maokai, you want that or something similar with that range that can easily get him down. Pantheon, you have to get right up in his face, and that's not really what you want to do against Pantheon. I mean, Maokai.
I mean, there's going to be spells going every which way from both champions, so it's going to give Maokai a lot of chances to proc that sap magic and keep him fairly healthy. So it's going to be interesting, but Pantheon's taking Ignite. It's looking like having that man drop to use teleport instead.
Yeah, and he does have his little hop. I believe it's his W. He can stop Void Energy's teleport.
And I'm going to expect an early gank from Falcodile, either going to force that flash or try and pick up a first blood with that Ignite on Pantheon.
At the same time, I'm expecting JC to go straight up there as well, because everyone knows that Pantheon wants to kill that Maokai really early. So I'm expecting to see both junglers go up there, and that's probably where we'll see our first blood.
Or we could see this mid lane just go really hard. Both mid laners taking Ignite. Omicron going to have a bit of an edge in about the level 2 to 3 range, but level 1 we'll see if Rock Forever can push Omicron back under his tower.
Yeah, even up to level 3, Omicron should be getting pushed down pretty well by Rock Forever. Then again, Rock Forever is very good at that Twisted Fate. He might be pretty good at holding those gold cards until after Playful Trickster comes out.
Yeah, lots of outplay available in most of these lanes. I mean, 90 caliber nets, Valkyries, Shield of Aegises, and just lots of abilities going to be going across the map. And I'm wondering if those late game Morgana bindings will be enough to turn the game around, if it comes to that.
Yeah, we shall see. She's definitely going to be a very crucial part. If she binds anything, it's dead.
Yeah, I mean, between Omicron, GC, Void Energy, so much lockdown, so much damage that those bindings will change just about any fight they come into.
Yeah, especially on someone who wants to get all in their face like Vi or Pantheon. If she can bind one of them while they're going in, they're just going to die without doing absolutely anything.
Especially if we see the typical damage Vi that just doesn't have really any survivability.
And even with damage Vi, they have that Morgana. That black shield is going to save someone from just about anything on that purple team.
Yeah, Black Shield's going to come in huge. It's going to stop monsoons, tornadoes, stuns, gold cards, assault and batters, and vault breakers. And it's really just going to turn every fight and every engage into a non-factor.
Yeah, definitely. They have so much utility for Omicron this game. But this mid lane I'm super excited for. Both of those mid laners, I'm assuming these are their favorite champions because they always play them when they're available. So I'm super excited to see how that turns out.
And last but not least, skins.
I don't know if Falcodile plays skins on Vi. I'm gonna go with that normal Vi skin. Rock Forever, I'm hoping he does. I really do want to see that Underworld Twisted Fate finally, but he's probably gonna play the legendary one.
Yeah, Magnificent Twisted Fate, and I already forget what champions. Other than the Wukong. I hope Spooky Wukong, but I'm thinking Jade Monkey.
Yeah, Jade Monkey's a boss.
And we will be right back. And Jade Monkey, I was right. Boo. And we're back onto the Rift. Everybody picking up their items and running out to lane. Jungler's going to start at the bottom half of the map.
Yeah, and I'm super excited every time one of these games start. That little part where everyone just like Star Treks onto the map is so cool.
Yeah, it is a bit buggy if you use the Super Galaxy Rumble skin. The music plays like before everybody gets off, and then it plays again once everybody gets in again.
But that music's awesome, so who cares?
Yeah, best skin in game. I'm really disappointed nobody actually uses it for some reason.
People play Rumble.
Yes, people play Rumble. We just saw it at Worlds. He's
Well,
actually
like 0.00001% of the League of Legends community.
yes, but what I'm saying is Rumble, when played professionally, doesn't really use the skin. I've been seeing a lot of him played in the Black Monster Cup against Maokai, nonetheless. But like I said, no skins.
Speaking of skins, Tasmanian, why aren't you gold? I demand answers.
Answer, it's unfortunate. Best skin for her, I would say. But you can't really fault somebody for not having it.
What's unfortunate is that the top two players in ranked queue that play Morgana were silver.
All three of them, yeah. And I mean, they just had absurd number of games, like 1,300 on two of them, and then the third one had 800. It's absurd. How do you play that many games?
Gold. I'm playing Morgana.
Not even that. How many played that many games? Like, how is it not banned? Tasmanian really holding that binding in, and it didn't even hit when it did come out.
Yeah, pretty good poke. Everyone in bot lane takes pretty decent damage except for Janna, surprisingly. Except for now.
And even then, she shielded the Piltover Peacemaker, so still gonna stay fairly healthy.
He is 0 for 2 on bindings right now. He's gonna start needing to pick it up, or red team is just gonna get really comfortable and start to dodge them a lot easier.
See, that's his plan. He's really just gonna stun them when all of a sudden he hits 100% bindings. And Omicron already going in, pops the ignite.
He's
Gonna be a quick first blood. Omicron forced to flash. Falcadile still has flash and red buff. Not gonna do it though.
And I mean, that's what we expected from Omicron on Fizz.
Yeah, he knew the advantage and he straight up took it. Nothing to be said there.
I gotta give props to JC as the team captain for picking his teammates here. He picked people that can easily just play different roles. That way, if their favorite champion is available, they can just pick it up, even if they played something different before.
Yeah, and it's nice to see he's not so hungry for MVP votes that he just throws away his picks. And Shadow Blazer taking lots of damage from this Maokai. And Wukong's hanging out waiting for the Vi.
Yeah, he knows that her flash is down, but he's also pretty low. And
Gonna
he
fail flashes. Gonna go down to the Pantheon. Definitely not what he wanted to do up there. And these thicker walls with the new map really showing their angry face there.
Yeah, they're like, no, you stay.
Yeah, good stun on the Void Energy. Falcon gonna come in. Ignite gonna go down. Will it be enough? I don't think it will. Rock Forever just taking lots of damage. He cannot stay in this lane right now.
Yeah, I mean, he already has to go back, and, I mean, they're even on creeps, but eventually it's just going to be too much for him to handle.
And right now they're only even on creeps because he was able to build up a couple creep advantage before he died.
Yeah, that is true. And these bindings, you can see Tasmanian's kind of out of his comfort zone. He's known for playing Leona a lot, and lately he's been playing a lot of Janna. So they pick the Janna, which makes him not able to play Leona, and you can see he's not as comfortable on Morgana.
I mean, he's doing what he can. It's just that these bindings are really clutch to Morgana's play, and when you have trouble landing those, it just becomes trouble overall.
And you can see Falcao really wants to kill Fizz, but I mean, it's kind of a pointless gank when you're trying to gank Fizz.
Yeah, here he gets caught though. Ignite down onto Omicron, doesn't have flash available. Used Playful Trickster already. Gold card's gonna lock him up and he's gonna go down.
I suppose I spoke too soon.
I mean, Omicron thought he was safe, jumped the corner, found out he wasn't. Binding in a pool gonna do some good damage.
Yeah, and you see right now, blue team just doesn't really know what to do. It's pretty even overall. Red team has a slight advantage, but no one really knows what to do right now.
Yeah, Void Energy really doesn't want to be anywhere near this double buff Pantheon, who already has a pickaxe.
Yeah, of all people for JC to die to and give double buffs, that was the absolute worst possible outcome.
Omicron getting spotted by this pink ward, trying to get his own vision up, but doesn't even check the bush.
Pantheon's trying to hack down that soccer field.
Yeah, no Shyvana this game, no dragons for him to kill just yet.
Yeah, he's one game too late.
And with no
Looks like
teleport?
Fizz finds the pink ward and runs right through it.
Good binding onto Corky though.
He does get the shield as a piece, the Peacemaker does pretty much nothing.
A good 90 caliber net gonna keep some out of Stooster's range for a little bit longer. That bind is gonna miss, and now that the Janna shield goes down, it's doing lots of work. Exhaust gonna come out, but Caitlyn's not in any position to retaliate.
Yeah, just very simple auto attack and moving. Stooster won that trade, and all he did was move while he was auto attacking.
Yeah, and you saw the Sheen procs just putting in lots of work, not even having ultimate yet, but using that Phosphorus Bomb and Gatling Gun to cycle the proc every time it's off cooldown.
See, those look like tasty cupcakes.
Yeah, now Omicron getting stunned up, dodges the Vault Breaker though, throws down the Shark, gets Assault and batteried. Ignite went down. Can he get this kill on a Falcadal? He doesn't have the mana, so I don't think he will. And the gold card's gonna pick him up there.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of CC between Vi and TF, so it's not surprising that he went down, but I'm surprised that Omnicron died twice already on Fizz.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that Falcadal is just going to camp that mid lane. No other lane really available for ganking, what with Caitlyn and Morg being constantly pushed to tower. The Destiny's going to come out. Binding lands, but so does the gold card. Tasmanian gonna go down to Twisted Fate too.
And he actually gets the kill this time. Normally when TF's gank, they only get like an assist. But now that he actually has the kill, it's double the outcome, win-win situation for him.
Yeah, and now he's 3-1-0, and it's gonna become a very hard lane for this Fizz now.
Yeah, and like you said, Falcadal...
Flash, gold card, ignite, and that's another kill for Twisted Fate. 1 Destiny, 2 kills.
Falcadal might as well just camp mid, because if they can get the star player on that blue team of Omicron on that Fizz to tilt, I mean, it's just going to be so much easier for them to win this game.
And especially giving all the kills to a Twisted Fate who is such a big hyper carry that it's just doubly effective to shut down Fizz. Gold card not going to land on the JC. Binding's going to keep him alive a little bit longer.
Yeah, the gold card hits the clone. It was a little obvious that it was a clone. Don't know why he threw it.
See, I thought he attack moved and hit the golem. Twisted Advance onto Trailblazer. Binding gonna land on a Stooster, but now what can JC do with it? Gonna get knocked up. Flash Cyclone. The heal's going to keep him alive through the ace in the hole. Buddy's going to go down. And now JC's going to give blue buff over to Janna. But can Fizz take it from her? Gold card gets dodged out. And now he has a bone to pick with Twisted Fate. And Caitlyn's going to take that one down.
Yeah, they're lucky that they got Jan out of there because they did not want to give a blue buff to Fizz.
I mean, I think it was more Omicron really wanted to see Twisted Fate die there.
Yeah, that is true. He could have used his combo and his big fishy on either of the two, but he just wanted to revenge kill there. Falcodot accidentally hits the dragon.
And with that binding, he's going to take a fair bit of damage. Now Tasmanian has the dragon's ire.
He's gonna get punched in the face.
Yeah, that dragon does not tickle anymore.
And we see Void Energy is actually starting to out-sustain this lane. The poke isn't going to be doing near as much. He has the ninja tabby now, so he's going to probably start winning this lane now.
Yeah, and he hasn't lost his first thought of wanting that catalyst. However, stun onto Caitlyn. Black Shield's not going to do much, and he's going to go over to Stooster, who gets his first kill of the game and has... Never mind, Janna has the Magi Soul Stealer. I got confused there.
And that shows the power of Corki Janna. Corki Janna was what JC's team played last time. I mean, Corki's so mobile, and with the Janna passive added on top, he can just get into any fight.
Falcodile in this top lane, denting blows, doing lots of work. The flash jump onto Shadow Blazer, though, and now he's out of energy. Mana. The Ignite's gonna go down, and Falcodile picks up that kill.
Void Energy should have renamed himself Void Mana, and maybe he would have gotten it.
Yeah, really confusing there. Omicron taking the Twisted Fate's time and taking that mid tower. So with a 1-to-1 tower game, red team still has the 3k advantage with those 5 kills.
Yeah, it's going to go up a little bit more. I expect them to take both this mid and top tower.
Yeah, blue team in 0 response zone. And that's 1, and I'm guessing 2, there's 2.
Yeah, but Falcodow's a loser and can't last hit a tower. So the minion takes all the glory.
Stooster finds Tasmanian, Valkyrie's in and finds a monkey! Cyclone gonna come out, Black Shield gonna come out too, not gonna stop the Monsoon. Exhaust onto JC, not really much damage, however the fish is gonna land. Omicron picks up 1 kill, can he go for more? He's gonna get 2 there, and now he's in a fight with Rock Forever and Pantheon. Not what he wants.
And the red buff.
Gold card gonna land, Ace in the hole gonna come out. Omicron hops the spear throw and gets healed up a little bit.
I think the Blizzard
He
Elder
wants
was definitely the MVP that fight.
And the wild cards is definitely gonna scare Omicron away.
What? How are you guys gonna kill Lizard Elder? He did so much for you guys that fight. Rude.
Yeah, real MVP goes over to him, and he sacrificed for it. But that's probably going to be the dragon for red team.
Yeah, I mean, there's no contest there. They drove all of them out of there. So it was really free, and it went down really fast. Well, kind of like a Black Friday sale.
And they're going to give the blue buff over to Twisted Fate and defend their Tribush pink ward. Fizz already having his Lichbane in a good spot to sort of do some damage now.
Yeah, but to counteract that, TF just picks up his Zonias, so if someone throws a shark at him, he's just gonna be like, okay, and then go gold.
Really much of anything, though. If he gets Cycloned or Morgana Binded, Fished, there's just so much that Zonias can do for him now.
Yeah, definitely a very smart item rush as his first item.
And we see Tasmanian actually giving all these ward kills over to his AD carry.
Yeah, he definitely... He is behind right now by 20 creeps-ish. By about 3.
Stooster taking lots of damage. However, JC flash cyclones in, but forced off already.
But yeah, not something you see very often by supports to give ward kills over to the carries. They always want
Gold card.
offenses.
Aren't avoid energy taken super low. These wild cards are doing so much damage. Destiny gonna come out. JC nowhere to run. Gonna get taken down. Omicron not gonna be able to pick up that kill.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as he threw the shark out, the Zonies came out, so he was pretty ineffective.
Soul Shackles proc 1, however, runs away, so it's not going to proc onto anybody. So Lomindra just throws himself right into the Volley Breaker Assault and Battery. Binding's going to land, but it's not going to make a difference. And that's
Blue team is just falling like flies right now.
Yeah, a 4 for 1. Nothing going to do about it.
And Falcadow's RPing a bit and says, sorry, Cupcake.
Yeah, not going to pick up that kill. The Janus Shield and the heal going to come out to keep him alive. JC gets slowed up.
Ability right now.
Twisted Advance goes super deep. 1 kill over to Omicron, but now Pantheon has something to say about it. Flash tries to stun Omicron, but a great playful trickster there.
Yeah, really good. Out of both teams, you just see that should have been like 3 easy deaths on like both sides, but the hyper mobility of all these champion picks, just really easy to get out of danger.
And you can see Omicron keeps wanting to dive in and pick up these kills, but with the amount of CC that Purple Team has, he really doesn't have the chance to.
And things are just going to get a lot more nasty for Blue Team now that Corky just finished his Trinity Force. It's a huge power spike on top of the damage he was already putting out, which is pretty decent. And now he's just going to start chunking people.
And Jen is starting to get some stacks onto her Mejais now, so those shields are just going to keep getting bigger the longer she stays alive.
Yeah, hopefully she can stay not dead. It's pretty difficult once you're Janna or anyone that's pretty squishy and you buy a Magi's and they notice it on the enemy team. It's pretty hard to keep yourself alive after that.
Yeah, you definitely become the team's main focus then. But with lots of people coming down to this tier 2 bot tower, can Blue Team actually defend at this point? Caitlyn's very much afraid. Yeah, Caitlyn's very afraid. Goes in, Cyclone gonna come out knocking up 2. Ace in the hole's not gonna do any damage. A good binding. The egg gonna pick up the kill onto Janna. So Minda gonna pick up a kill onto Pantheon too. Not the egg, the soccer ball.
Yeah, and I was just 4 against 3 with
Omicron
just
just
not there.
Omicron gets taken out before he can even Zonia's, and he face checked the wrong bush.
That was a really good turnaround, and it was really unfortunate for Red Team. I mean, they needed Twisted Fate and Vi. They do tons of damage for their team right now. With them not there, it was just a really easy fight once Blue Team grouped together. And now, they don't necessarily have the Gold League back. Well, they don't. But they definitely got a bit of a confidence boost there, and let's see if they can maybe turn it around with another fight.
Yeah, I mean, they had the vision advantage there, and they need to start moving it a bit forward so they can't get caught in their own jungle as much. We see Red Team having complete vision control of both sides of the river, so Blue Team's going to have a really hard time advancing past that point.
Yeah, but it's going to get a little bit easier if they can pick up some kills like they just did. They'll be able to start getting ward control of their own, and maybe turn the game in their favor. The dragon is about to come up in 25 seconds, so we see Red Team already heading down there. We're going to see if Blue Team's going to react. It doesn't look like they want anything to do with it right now, though.
Yeah, Fizz is almost completing his Zonias, and at that point, he's going to be super dangerous. He's going to be able to get a guaranteed 2 rotations of spells off, and he can probably solo out 1 to 2 people with those rotations. He finds Janna. Binding's going to miss, and he's going to jump away, actually. He doesn't want any of that.
Yeah, and he's not going to be so much dangerous as he's going to be elusive and hard to catch. It's going to make it really hard for the enemy team to kill him. And if they do finally get him to a point where they've exhausted everything he has, the rest of his team is going to show up by that point in time.
But I mean, look at this red ward control. They have 3 deep wards in blue team's bot jungle. They have the pink going up to Baron. They even have a deep lane ward here where they see Caitlyn. And Stooster going in, gets hit by the 90 caliber net, but forces the flash anyway. And Flash is after it. He's really hungry here. Binding gonna miss. JC gonna get a 2-man knockup. Janna goes down again, and now Stooster's in a bit of a pickle. The stun card lands on a solo Minda, but now Twisted Fate's all on his own. Flash, stun
Yeah,
card, and it's gonna go over to Omicron.
the flash was definitely not worth it. He should have realized by then that he was definitely dead and just accepted it.
Yeah, I mean, even with all that ward control, they still got the jump on red team. And Omicron doesn't realize he's taking tower so quick.
And all in all, even though they got the dragon, it's worth for blue team. And they ping the dragon. I think Omicron pings it, but little does he know it is not going to be there to sing him a song today.
A big issue that blue team really has to think about right now, though, is they don't have any wards on Baron. All of red team just spawned at full health, and now blue team has to back unless they want to stay a bit longer than they should. And so they could lose the Baron.
Yeah, definitely. But Fizz does pick up his Zonias now, and Wukong picks up a Sunfire Cape. So their team fighting potential is a lot stronger now. Let's see if they don't get just poked out and picked off like they did the last 2 team fights they lost.
And throwing a ward down, but it's probably going to, yeah, it is going to get cleared out. And again, 0 wards on the Baron. Well, blue team
By
really...
far has superior ward control now. They have not let blue see anything that's going on.
And Omicron jumps in, Playful Trickster away, and he's already half health Twisted Fate. And that smash from Maokai is going to take him even lower. That's some dangerous wave clear coming out of the Fizz. Falcodile also taken super low. Can JC make a play happen here?
Void Energy doesn't have flash, so he's not going to be able to just immediately start a fight like he wants to.
Meanwhile, Caitlyn's already taken way low and won't be a part of this fight.
But neither will Vi.
We see Twisted Fate backing. He has the Destiny available, so if they start a fight on that half of the map, he shouldn't be too far behind.
And Malka buys a Spectre's Cal. I wonder what he's building that into. I'm assuming that's probably going to be a Banshee's Veil. And that's really going to help his team out, being able to just dodge that one skill.
Yeah, I mean, he could go Spirit Visage and try and heal up a little bit more on those auto attacks, but being able to dodge out a gold card, a Pantheon Stun, or a Tornado will just be significantly more useful than a bit of heal.
Yeah, especially when you're Maokai and you don't want to eat a slow to the face and not be able to initiate a fight like we just saw.
Yeah, and we see Wukong being scared away from his Razor Beaks, forced to blow the smite before the Baron fight.
And the Lizard Elder just spawns on that blue side of the map. Will they see it? They know it's up, but it looks like they don't want to go for it.
It's not quite a lizard anymore, it's more of a tree.
I think its name is the Lizard Elder, unless I'm wrong.
I think they changed it, but I don't know. JC getting caught a bit surprised there by the Pantheon. Meanwhile, it looks like red team just wants to push on this bot tower again. And that tower is just gone.
Yeah, now they're just gonna start sieging in there.
Flash stun from Shadow Blazer, taken really low. The heal being blown just to keep Morgana alive, though.
Yeah, and so far, all these Caitlyn ults, she's been trying to use them to snipe someone out instead of just using it for poke every now and then. And every single time, you just see the entire red team just group up and take the hit for whoever she was aiming at.
I mean, Maokai was able to get that top tower, though, so they did trade. And now the teleport in onto Rock Forever. Falcon also going to flash in. Shark's going to land on Vi. Rock Forever is going to get popped up by the Cyclone. Fizz is going to go down without doing anything. However, 2 kills to 2 kills. Who can keep chasing the hardest? And looks like they're just not going to chase.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's just gonna back out. They said, okay, well, this didn't go how any of us wanted to. Let's just back out, call it a truce for now.
Yeah, Corky splitting his build a little bit, picking up the Cutlass and then a pickaxe. But still going to be putting out a good amount of damage. Meanwhile, Caitlyn only sitting on that Infinity Edge, however, 1,700 in the bank. I'm expecting her to pick up a Zeal.
We will see what she does. I mean, all she has is the Infinity Edge. She's pretty behind right now. And yeah, she does pick up the Zeal and the Dagger, so she could still be going either way with either the Phantom Dancer or the Static Shift right now.
No, Static Shift doesn't have a second dagger in it.
Or you're right, it just uses the
Avarice Blade.
Avarice Blade. So it looks like she's going for the Phantom Dancer.
Yeah, Corky is actually sitting on 2,600 gold here. So I'm wondering if he's going to finish his Blade of the Ruined King or keep picking up pieces for his Infinity Edge. And it's the Blade of the Ruined King. Now, teleport down for the Maokai. Destiny's still available, though, so Twist of Fate could become a bit of a split push threat.
Yeah, and Jana now gets an Aegis. When she turns that into the locket, just more shields for her to throw out on people.
Yeah, still having this Mejai's with, I believe, 4 stacks? I can't really tell. Jump on the Pantheon. Gonna go get completely locked up with the binding. And nothing really exciting to see. And Maokai
Yeah,
picking up the kill.
Pretty standard 4-man gank. You'd think you'd get the kill out of that.
And then the bot tier 1 tower of red team's gonna go down to minions. So with gold and towers even, red team's still a bit low. Monsoon being blown super early. Only going to force back the Maokai, and yet that's a kill for the Fizz. Now Janna's stack count just keeps taking hits.
This Maokai is doing a lot of work for this team right now. He's definitely throwing out those sampleines to slow people and then initiating a fight where the team right behind him can follow up on.
Yeah, now that Chum the Waters is down, I'm expecting them not to do much. I mean, Playful Trickster being blown there just for a rocket.
But the rocket does hit Maokai straight in the back of the head.
And yet there's a large wave on that tier 2 bot tower for red team. Somebody should go down and deal with that very soon.
And it should not be the Janna that's going down there right now.
Yeah, Janna, not the best wave clear when built support. And it looks like it's going to go over to Twisted Fate, who has the Spectre's Cowl, I'm guessing for Banshee's Veil to stop those Chum the Waters.
I mean, I don't know what else Twisted Fate would build on that. He doesn't want to, the other item that I forgot.
Spirit Visage.
That one.
Yeah, a great flash engage from this Maokai. However, Falcon already chunked out Caitlyn. Omicron now showing some damage. Ignite gonna go down, picks up 1 kill, gets counter ignited and goes down to the Twist of Fate. Zonia's gonna keep him alive for now. And Rock Forever's gonna flash into a binding, and now Tasmanian going really low. The Soul Shackle's not gonna proc a second time. And now blue team's on the run. Throws out the binding, but completely misses and eats a Vault Breaker for it.
Yeah, I don't know why Tasmanian stayed. He tried to bait Falcadel. He like went out of the bush to look at him, but then forgot that Falcadel has a gap closer, I guess.
Or he panic misclicked on his binding. Either way, no longer with this world. But no real objectives for red team to take off that.
Yeah, and in general, this game is very even. No team has the clear advantage right now. It's going really back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, as I was saying before, now the kills aren't even now, but with 5 towers apiece and only 1 extra kill going over to red team, they still have a 3k advantage.
Yeah, and that's mainly due to their really superior ward coverage and objective control. They've taken every single dragon.
And the CS, I mean, 60 CS up on Caitlyn, 10 CS up on Pantheon. I mean, it's really odd to see Fizz out CSing the Twisted Fate, but that's happening. Tasmanian checks the wrong bush and sort of pays the price.
Yeah, I mean, he literally just exploded there.
And that sapling's not going to find anything useful.
They're chilling in the death brush, but I believe it's a little bit obvious that they're there now.
Yeah, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, then I shouldn't be checking this bush anymore.
Surrender, I guess.
Yeah, surrender at that point. And I mean, that's the superior ward control. That pink ward's been there for a very long time and has put in a lot of work for this red team.
Yeah, it looks like now they have all the cards in their favor. They're just gonna start sieging up. They have their bottom lane pushing really hard. Their top lane's pretty
good. Cyclone knocks up 3 people. Stun, no follow-up really coming out. Shadow Blazer going low, flashes in. Gonna pick up that kill. And lots of damage onto Tasmanian already. Void Energy eats a gold card. Assault and Batter gonna get cancelled by the Playful Trickster. The tower's gonna take him down. And now the Destiny gets procced, but I don't think he wants to follow it in onto anybody. And yeah, he just goes about 3 inches to the left. I know, he teleported top.
Randuin's Omen now to hopefully stop that attack speed coming out of Stewster and Falcadile. And Caitlyn's finished her Phantom Dancer, so it looks like she's actually starting to get pretty scary here. If they leave her unchecked, she's just going to start doing a lot of damage. And now that Janna has the Locket and the Frost Queen's claim, well, actually it looks like she trades back the Locket for the Frost Queen's claim. She'd rather have that potential slow and tiny bit of extra damage instead of the extra shield for her team.
Yeah, still trying to get those Magi stacks above into double digits. But unfortunately for her, she just keeps getting caught.
Yeah, she's definitely one of the first ones to go down every single time. She definitely wants to be in the back, peeling more so than trying to disengage. She wants to be protecting that Corki at all costs and saving her abilities for that.
And looks like Tasmanian still trying to give those pink wards over. Omicron gets stunned up. Can the complete lockdown happen? Flash, Vault Breaker. This Zonya's going to keep him alive for a second longer. Playful Trickster are going to come out again, but now the Assault and Batter is going to finish him up.
But that was a good amount of stuff blown just to kill him, and by a good amount I just mean Falcadile popped everything to kill him.
Yeah, Falcadile really wanted that fish dead, and without that big AoE burst damage from the Chum the Waters, this could be the Baron unless blue team really wants to fight here. Gold card, the binding though, Rock Forever is going to go down to Void Energy. Meanwhile, Falcadile onto Caitlyn gets popped up by the Cyclone. Tasmanian trying to keep these Soul Shackles on, but not going to keep any of them down. That's 2 going down for red team. And can Pantheon trade one? He does, but he's going to go down to JC, and the Baron has reset.
Yeah, and somehow Janna gets out. She's like, no, please, I don't want to lose my Magi stacks.
It's now up to double digits, now sitting on 10 stacks.
And Corki finishes in the edge. Even though they just lost that fight, he should be putting out some more damage this time. Maybe he'll be able to get that Solomindra down. before he dies.
Yeah, Solominda gets completely chunked out by this basically full damage Vi build, having that blade or Black Cleaver, now building the Blade of the Ruined King. Just lots of damage there, no real response.
And now Ramen Noodles, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he finally picks up the locket, and he might have needed it that last fight more than the Hoskins claim, but now he has that extra shield that isn't only for Corki, it's for his entire team now. So it's definitely going to be very useful on top of the slow from the Frost Queens.
Yeah, and I'm thinking Red Team's going to be a bit more hesitant to start the Baron, even if Fizz goes down.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that even though Fizz went down before the fight even started, they cleaned it up. So, I mean, he's not the only threat on that blue team.
Meanwhile, Caitlyn now really stuck between a rock and a hard place. 0 places to go, and it's just going to get completely deleted out.
Everyone look away, you do not need to see what just happened in that bush.
Yeah, dirty bush. And now it looks like they're going right back to this Baron. Falconel goes on to Omicron. Omicron seems a bit surprised about that.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting it.
A good binding onto Stooster, though. Just going to get completely locked up. Good Chum the Water's going to come in. 2 men down already. Salt and Battery onto Omicron. Just going to Zonia's that away. Triple kill to JC. Can he get the Quadra? No, he cannot. It gets stolen away by Tasmanian. And now it's Rock Forever. Worst the world. Flash in by JC. Forcing the counter flash. But JC really wants this. Goes invisible. Gets stunned in the face. But is the burn enough for the Quadra kill? It is!
JC completely said, okay, I've had enough of this, and he completely started that fight. A really good Wukong Cyclone. It hit 4 members, I believe, and it just really set up for his team to just go in and eventually ace them for nothing.
I mean, Tasmanian with that super clutch binding onto Stooster there just gave JC the super go-ahead there, and it looks like they're going to get an inhibitor out of it. But that could also be the Baron for Red Team.
Yeah,
they finally have a chance.
Besides Void Energy, and Void Energy is not going to stop a 5-man team from taking the Baron. And since they see Caitlyn in the bot lane, it's the perfect opportunity since Blue Team absolutely has to back.
Yeah, and with the complete ward control, Blue Team's not going to know. They just have to guess and maybe give it up. And it looks like they're going to have to give it up. This Baron taking a fair amount of damage pretty quickly. Stooster gets a tentacle right up the behind and just going to keep going at it.
Yeah, poor Earth, if things haven't gone wrong for him enough yet.
This super spooky Baron gonna go down. And now Rock Forever in a good spot, actually. Falconel stuns up JC. Doesn't want another perfect Cyclone. Gets a 2-man Cyclone. 3, 4, 5 members. Chum the Water's going to land onto Shadow Blazer. And Shadow Blazer is going to go down, but so is everyone else. That's a 2-for-1 so far. Baron already going over to Red Team.
And you just saw how much damage Void Energy was able to soak up. He was in there 1v5 for forever until his team showed up, and he died after they got 2 kills.
Yeah, Omicron hunting for this Twisted Fate. Just going to clean up some minions, though.
Yeah, it looks like now it's just a game of clean up, get some deep wards into that red side. There is no objective that's going to come up soon except in 30 seconds the Dragon. But at this point in the game, Dragon is just going to go down in a couple seconds to any team.
Yeah, Dragon will just get completely deleted. Red buff being stolen away by Caitlyn. Now having that last Whisper can really put out some consistent damage.
Yeah, and on blue team, we see both Morgana and Wukong pick up a locket. So double shields there, they definitely do not want to die anymore. And we see Lichbane coming out of TF. Now they have some pretty good siege potential. And if they start winning these fights, they can easily start getting into that base.
Yeah, blue team threw down the pink ward trying to get that dragon, but the Destiny's going to come out and scare him off of it for now.
Yeah, and it looks like everyone's just going to not go near Baron. Twisted Fate's going to go down there, maybe? Nope, he's just gonna go clear the wave in the bot lane. And
Yeah,
overall, it
no,
looks like nothing's happening.
yeah, no oracles yet onto red team, so they're still just trying to pass the time with their regular red trinkets, and it doesn't quite give them the best ward clearing ability.
Yeah, and neither of the AD carries have picked up a scrying orb yet, so they don't have that free long-range vision every minute.
Yeah, and they're just constantly walking over red team wards right now without even a thought to clear them.
And it looks like everybody is congregated up in the top lane. It looks like this is going to be a big team fight.
JC finds Falcadile, the Vault Breaker gonna miss. But these Corki rockets are starting to do some lots of damage. Tasmanian going super low. Chum the Water's gonna land onto Corki, but he's just gonna Valkyrie away.
Yeah, this is essentially a 4v5 now. Morgana needs to leave.
And now the man drop gonna come in somewhere way in front of him. Now he's 1v5ing the team, though. He's not that tanky. However, the Janna Shield's going to keep him alive a little bit longer. A good Cyclone going to knock up lots of people. Binding going to take down Janna. Falcon versus the World. Heal going to come out. Try and keep Solomida alive. It's going to. And now
And
Void Energy.
Two people.
So much damage. His team's very far behind him, though. He's going to Twisted Advance onto Corki. However, Omicron has a hard on for this Twisted Fate. And that's a cleanup kill. No mana left. Gonna go down.
Yeah, and then they ace them, and they have both of their hard carries up. And I mean, game has just been super back and forth.
This mid inhibitor's gonna go down once again, and it's gonna start pushing onto towers. But they still have a siege minion available in this top lane.
Yeah, and you see mid lane for blue team is pushing into those next. So it's kind of like a race here. We're gonna see how much they can get for that for those creeps coming in. But Pantheon just spawns. Well, so does the rest of the team actually. So it looks like it's
This
gonna be worth for them.
first tower is gonna go down. So even though the ace went to red team, they trade inhibitors, and red team ends up losing a Nexus tower. It's going to make that final wave push a bit easier for blue team.
And in Defiance, it looks like they're gonna go ahead and kill Blue Side's Gromp.
Yeah, that big scary frog turns into a scaredy little toad.
Corki picks up his last Whisper now, and TF gets the Void Staff, so they just got even scarier than they already were when they just aced blue team. So we'll see if they're either gonna be able to live a team fight without, without just the two carries surviving, or if it's gonna be another turnaround.
Yeah, and it looks like they're trying to two-man this dragon, but blue team knows they're there. Will they try and steal it away for their first dragon of the game? Looks like they are. Destiny gonna come out though, and now JC's stuck all by himself. Tries to clone away, but the Destiny is enough. He's gonna go down, and Chum the Waters isn't enough.
Yeah, he gets a good 5-man ulti with the Cyclone, but Maokai isn't there to follow up on it, and the rest of the team is like, nope.
Yeah, I mean, even if Maokai had decided to teleport in, there's no wards available, and JC was just nuked out completely.
But hey, they got the dragon, so worth.
Yeah, one dragon a game. It's gonna count for something.
Not if Mary Poppins and the rest of Red Team have something to say about it.
I mean, you can see how quickly Corki and Twisted Fate are able to clear through these minion waves in this mid lane, and Maokai's trying, but he just doesn't have the same wave clear.
And you see the Transformer minion up at the top lane doing some work. Maokai has to go deal with it. So now it's the game of blue team is now on the defensive. They just have to chill around their base while red team shows up and hopefully get a good fight where they can ace them and not die themselves.
The Baron's up in 40 seconds, though. That could be the game, actually, depending on who fights who.
And I just noticed that the Baron icon is still our good, lovable, old, derpy Baron.
Yeah, it is a bit of a scary beast when he does spawn with all new abilities and just lots of goop.
Yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen it, you really need to check it out whenever the Dragon and the Baron spawn. They have really awesome animations.
Yeah, in 10 seconds it's going to be up, and no real action, so we should be able to get a glimpse of that.
Yeah, I mean, Falcao just cleared out the vision there. He did not want us to see that Baron
Yeah,
spawn.
actually. JK. Didn't have time to switch off the fog.
Yeah, Troll Falcao
JC
was like, "You
jumping
guys can
onto
see."
Stooster, throws down the Cyclone, but he gets tornadoed. Gets monsooned into Stooster, though.
Yeah, that
And
was crazy.
Janet goes kind of low. Shield's doing lots of work. However, Falcon was able to solo Caitlyn in the back. Meanwhile, Stooster's going to pick up that kill onto Morgana. And now Omicron's chasing a bit hard. Gets that kill, but now his middle inhibitor's in a great danger of going down.
It went down extremely fast. You see how fast this stuff is going down.
Yeah, and unless Blue Team can pick up an ace here, this could be the game. Chum the Water's not going to land onto the right target. However, lots of damage going across. JC picks up 1 kill. Can he go for more? He's super tanky. Lands in. No real kills going to come out, though. Stooster's still full health.
Yeah, I mean, that was completely insane.
Stooster just deletes him. Omicron had no chance there.
Did so much that fight while everyone was occupied on trying to get in onto Stooster. Or
Rock forever.
Blazer.
Pops the Zonias and lives to fight another day, but a second Cyclone comes out for this duration of the fight. A second kill picked up by JC. Now Stooster versus the world. Can he trade kills? No, he can't, and that's a double kill for JC.
And they ace them, but they can't do anything because all of the lanes are pushing right into them, and Falcadile is about to come up.
Yeah, and
as I was saying,
JC.
Falcadile has done so much work this game. He's kind of like the underrated team member here. He's just completely used his ult every single time on Salamandra and completely taken him out of the fight each time.
Yeah, he just keeps soloing Caitlyn, and that's a lot of their damage nuked out from the fight before it even gets involved. And now that Corki has purchased a GA, it's really going to cause havoc.
Yeah, if I was Salamandra, I'd definitely be looking to pick up a Banshee's Veil to get out of that, or something to get, well, I think Banshee's Veil is the only thing that he can use. But he really needs it since he knows every single assault and battery is going straight to his face.
Yeah, I don't believe QSS works. And you see Blue Team really wants to get this middle inhibitor, but with it currently a 2v3 with 2 members up super quick, I don't know if they have the time or the damage, and they're actually scared off by the 2-man force.
Destiny and Mandrop is up. They can easily sandwich them in.
Yeah. Destiny coming out now would not be unheard of. There it is. Will he teleport in? They're going to spot out the Baron attempt, though. There's one tentacle. Omicron going kind of low.
And look, they're just gonna back out. They pop JC's Banshee's Veil, and he doesn't want to fight now. He wants to wait for that to come up so he can engage and get a good cycling off.
But once again, vision control of Baron goes to Red Team, and if they can get a blind pick now, it could end up being the game.
And it's going to be extremely hard to get Stooster out of the fight now that he has a GA. He's going to have to be killed twice.
Yeah, and with Omicron in the mid lane, that gives Red Team free roam of this Baron, although they decide to back off.
Yeah, it looks like they're just toying with it now. I believe at this point they know that they probably have this game, if they play it right. Stooster hasn't been dying, and with the GA, I mean, it's going to be really hard.
Yeah, they're going to need a teleport coming in from Maokai. He's just going to get gold carded in the face, though. And a GA not quite the best buy coming onto a Maokai.
Yeah, he should have just stayed at his turrets there and the minions, but instead Fizz has to go back instead.
Yeah, Red Team sees that, knows that that's their main damage dealer gone, and they're just going to start this Baron.
And there's nothing Blue can do about it, but it looks like Void wants to go in there anyways.
Yeah, Baron goes over, and now JC's stuck in a fight he doesn't want. Just going to get deleted between gold cards and the Pantheon stun.
And it looks like that's going to be the game. Destiny and Mandrop are up. They might go straight into that base.
Destiny gets popped up, not teleporting. There's the teleport, forces the flash from Caitlyn. And this is going to be this third inhibitor going down. they're gonna move over to the middle inhibitor and take that too.
There's no reason not to. They go down so fast.
Yep, Morgana binding gonna miss. Between Corky bombs and these wild cards, there's so much poke that has to get dodged out.
Yeah, and he hits Crocodile with the binding, but I mean, you don't want to bind Crocodile at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he does so much damage, and yet he's fairly tanky between his Randuins and his Banshee's Veil. That's the tower going down, inhibitor to fall shortly after.
And with the third inhibitor going down, that's almost certainly spells defeat here for the blue team. They still have the option to, ace them, and if they ace them with everyone alive, they can probably just rush down the mid lane and win the game.
Yeah, I mean, if
But
they
it's
5 for 0.
sort of a miracle with the GA Corki with all 5 with the Baron buff.
Yeah, we're going to start seeing floods of super minions coming in. JC gets tornadoed up, Black Shield a bit too late. Falcodile gets into the middle of the fight, but he's so
really
tanky.
Good Cyclone.
A great Cyclone lands onto 4 people total. Chum the Water's going to land on a Stooster, but now Omicron's trying to chase him out. Void Energy's doing what he can for Caitlyn. JC picks up the kill on a Falcodile. Now one man going down. Omicron going to go down second. Void Energy onto Twisted Fate, who's out of mana, actually. And can they chase down these kills? Heal going to come out. Flash onto Stooster. Stooster's going to get his GA not popped. There it is. Twisted Fate's gonna go down.
But Solo gets popped.
And now it's Corky versus Morgana. Now Morgana goes down. Void Energy, the only one left. No mana though. Probably gonna get his GA pop.
At full health.
JC's nowhere near the fight. Void Energy gonna go down. Pops the GA, but still gonna go down. And now JC, can he save the game?
He has to survive both of them and all of those Megatron minions for the next 25 seconds. It looks like it's just going to be game.
Might try and kill Stooster, but not gonna have it. Now his Cyclone's up. Stooster gonna suicide, gets the kill anyway, but that's still gonna be game.
Even though Red Team won that was an amazing game. It went back and forth so many times.
Yeah, that game really could have gone either way.
And that goes to show you, even though Stooster's at the very top of the list right now, he is not invulnerable. He died 8 times that game, and JC really showed that he's a contender also.
Yeah, I mean, really that game was because JC had the wrong skin. I mean, if he had had the correct Spooky Wukong skin, he might have been able to pull it out.
Yeah, I guess you're right there. I mean, the new awesome skins do win games, so
yeah,
just a
I mean,
shame.
you can see on the gold chart, purple team had the gold lead for a very large amount of time, but blue team was able to win a couple fights in a row, get that middle inhibitor, and so they were able to pull ahead by 46 gold before it instantly plummeted back down by purple team getting the Baron. And you can see largest multi-kill on JC, largest killing spree on JC. I mean, he definitely did his best to try and get his team involved, and just the amount of wards coming out of red team is absurd and definitely led to that victory.
Yeah, definitely. And all in all, everybody on these two teams, they all had pretty shining moments in this game. They all played their champions to pretty competitive prowess. They were all really good there.
Yeah, I mean, damage done. Corky putting out an amazing 74,500 damage, with only JC being close, really, with 44,000. And that's just Corky going on a rampage. There's so much damage coming out of that champion.
Yeah, all in all though, for that purple team, I honestly have to say, I think Falcodile put in the most work. He was always in that backline taking out those carries while the rest of the blue team was distracted. He would just completely annihilate Caitlyn before she even got to auto-attack anything.
Yeah, I mean, he died every time, but when you 1-for-1 the enemy AD carry for your jungler, it's almost worth it when you have a Corky and Twisted Fate to back you up there. And it really showed when they were able to completely shut out those fights.
Yeah, definitely. it was a really big part of getting that purple team to finally swing the scales in their favor and pick up the win there.
Yeah, we didn't see very many man drops, but those destinies were really on point. That being said, that was our second and final game of the night. Thank you everyone who showed up, watched us, took part in our games, and thank you Viva for casting with me tonight.
No problemo.
Yeah, we will be back Friday night for Amateur Draft League, but if you can't live without vVv Gaming for that long, definitely show up Thursday night at 9 p.m. where we will be doing our Adopt a Noob program, trying to help as many people learn as possible. Thank you and good night.